Hi. I'm Bobby. I am a robot cat. Here we are again. Backwoods Barbie is the perpetual victim. Now, before you have a go at this cat, I am simply here to give my unsolicited opinion. Never mind, days ago, I noticed that we have quite a few cat fights happening across communities. And, one of the newer kerfuffles would involve Wildflower Tea, a reality television commentary channel. And everyone's favorite bully who slaps your ass and hides her hands, Backwoods Barbie. According to Wildflower Tea, she spoke with Barbie out of support and concern. She soon after took to a stream in defense of the Southern Sourpuss, who, of course, felt attacked as not every single portion of the video was supportive. The issue with this woman has always been the same. She concocts scenarios in her mind. And, if you have the good sense to correct or question her, she tossed her PTSD squarely in your face. Let us have a look.
So indulge in other content, please do. Okay, we're about to get into it. When I started my YouTube channel, I started also talking about my mental health immediately.
We know.
And my certain disorders that I've been personally diagnosed with.
Oh, here we go. Sharing your mental health and forcing the entire world to allow you to act like an impossible brat are two entirely different things. Do go on.
The main reason I think it's important is because my therapist said reach out to people instead of bottling everything inside.
I do not believe she meant you to.
I also feel it's crucial for me to be honest about my diagnosis and my feelings, because prior to me being on YouTube, I never saw anybody like me. And since I know what it's like feeling labeled and alone, I made it a mission to reassure others with things like PTSD that they aren't alone.
Big ups for your efforts. Except, you are a reality television channel, not a mental health channel. And, why is it that each time you are a topic due to your own poor behavior, everyone is suddenly attacking your mental health?
They don't have to be afraid to speak because you fear of being shamed. It's okay. I'm sure many of you know that apparently when you're passionate about anything, some people see that as a threat because they don't feel comfortable to be open, or maybe they even envy that. So many people will be quick to label people with PTSD and other mental issues angry, defensive. If you look up the side effects of PTSD, for example, because that's what I have, if you research how people with PTSD act, being on defense is pretty normal. We went through a very traumatic event, and when triggered, there's a survival mode that's switched on in our brains. Now, I've had an issue with other creators. Instead of talking to me, they choose to talk at me.
Are you certain? Are you completely sure that you are not describing yourself?
They choose to talk about me. Few, if any, have reached out to talk to me. Now, I had a notification a few weeks ago that a fellow creator mentioned me, but when I clicked on the notification, it wouldn't show anything. So I reached out to her and sent her a screenshot. She responded, haven't mentioned you in months or a long time, so I don't know why it would say that. That's weird. Blah, blah, blah. We started having conversation, and I thought she was a nice girl. Very kind, and seemed very soft-spoken and complimentary. And I told her, I was like, I love that. I love that about you and your delivery and your content. Your delivery, you're so nice and soft-spoken.
I believe what you're meaning to say is, I really like this other creator. She is telling me precisely what I want to hear. And we'll know you cannot handle any amount of criticism at all.
Again, I was very nice to her. So look, I opened up about the trolling and the bullying because I saw her as a fellow creator who was actually talking to me, not at me. I felt like, wow, this one person who also creates content seems like they agree that trolling is too much. Because at this point, the trolling is every single day, all day. Can't even post my child without her being bullied. Can't post anything without at least 10 people referencing only one other creator. People commenting lies and defaming things about me. And look, that really affected me. This ain't just people disagreeing. This is people calling me stupid, telling me to go away. I don't need to be here. If I don't know how to act, yeah, then I need to go away. If I can't handle this, I need to maybe take a break.
What has this got to do with Wildflower Tea? She actually was quite supportive of you in her
very
video.
There's a lot of things. Again, like I said, she speaks about these things on her channel. And there were people sending her messages saying things like, well, you should feel ashamed. You should feel guilty that it wasn't you. Just crazy, extreme things like that, that I don't think is okay in the slightest. And I know it's the internet, and people can just say whatever they want, but that is a lot. That is a lot. And I wasn't aware that she was receiving that kind of stuff and how frequent.
Okay, that's the type of trolling and bullying I'm referring to. I don't care if you disagree. Opinions are opinions. I always say they're like booty holes. But what I'm not going to do is tolerate and keep the toxicity on my channel where I have the power of what is seen and what's not.
You bring the toxicity to your channel.
What I'm saying? Other people don't need to say, you need to go away. What if those people are feeling like me or even worse? How dare you?
None of this has a damned thing to do with wildflower tea. Once again, you are projecting your paranoia onto absolutely everyone. All the time. My God.
Now, after sending the creator some screenshots of current emails I was getting, she even agreed it looked like somebody's trying to bait me. Basically, people know I will not only stand up for others being mistreated, I was raised to stand up for myself. I was raised to not let people walk all over me.
Then stop whinging all over the internet about how unfair you feel you are treated in the internet.
They have always labeled me angry for that. They being the other creators and the hundreds of other fake accounts they use to harass me in my comments, emails, and messages every single day. I don't like that label. Would you? If you responded to the bullies and then your response immediately labels you as angry, does that make sense?
It makes perfect sense if you spend the majority of your off-topic content screaming like a fucking banshee at your own subscribers.
That's it. This creator said she was making a video and wanted to put the message out that bullying and trolling is never okay and it hurts people. Words hurt. She even asked me, which I thought was very nice, if there was anything I wanted to make sure she said. I said yes. People mistake my passion as anger, and I don't like that. People take me responding to trolls and say, well, she was nasty when she responded to me. Well, yeah, if you call somebody stupid or tell them to take a break or go away, or even ask them why they're here, I'm sure you're going to get a response.
Indeed. And when you demand other creators defend you, and then you accuse them of slander when they point out your own poor behavior, then others have a right to speak on it. Do you see how this works?
I have been really anticipating this video the girl was doing because I finally felt heard, you know? I'm thinking, well, finally somebody listened to me and talked to me. I told Donnie, my daughter, my mama, I was happy because if anything, I felt like she could be like, hey, I've been talking to her and y'all, she ain't that mean. Good Lord. Because we've spoken a lot.
You are far too invested.
She's actually nice and down to earth. I mean, I like to think I'm those things. Well, she messaged me last week and said she had uploaded the video to her members only and talked to them about it and see what they had thought, and everything was good. So I thought, okay, good. She said after an hour of members only, she was going to publish the video publicly. I waited and waited and didn't say anything.
At this point, I'm a bit embarrassed. A channel with your subscriber count has time to stalk a smaller creator's channel for a complimentary video of yourself? Wow. Alright.
Few days passed by, still didn't say anything. Then I seen her upload a video about another person, another topic, and I was confused. Because she messaged me after I believe she uploaded and said she was sorry she hadn't been online. She took a break. And I was thinking, but I just saw where you was on live for a couple of hours. Now look, I don't know about you, but when somebody says one thing and then I see their actions don't match their words, I get confused. And with her being so nice, I thought I was really confused.
Internet life.
So I said, okay, well, I'm about to watch her latest uploads. Now, well, all of a sudden, bam, she uploaded a live about me being bullied, and y'all, hurt wasn't the word. I was confused even more, felt blindsided, I don't even know. While I was listening to the first few minutes, I popped in the live chat and told her thank you, and I thanked the two people being very kind to me in the comments, and all of a sudden, this is what I hear.
But started to be very vocal about the fact that she felt like Katie Joy was behind a lot of the harassment and a lot of the things that she was going through. Now, Me at this point, me and Backwoods Barbie had never personally spoke, anything like that. I just knew who she was. She knew who I was, things of that nature. So when she started talking about all of that, I personally did not cover it because I did not feel like there was enough proof for me to safely say that Katie Joy was doing these things. And for a long time, not that I think Backwoods Barbie's opinions and feelings on the situations were valid, but I just felt like that was really serious claims to put on someone when I didn't see the proof behind it in order to kind of back it up.
Basically, this Mattel company recall has disregarded all of the kind things Wildflower did say, and set her focus on the only shred of criticism or doubt in the entire video.
Okay, so here, this is what I heard. That I was putting serious accusations out that Katie Joy was harassing, stalking, and hacking me when I didn't have enough evidence or proof out that she's seen. Well,
Fucking
she's
obviously.
not a judge, lawyer, nor jury, but if you want to know, I actually posted the countless videos of Katie Joy being the only person on the internet posting videos publicly, her and her husband, bullying me, making fun of
Barbie, stop it.
me, mocking the way I speak, and then her and another public figure, Amy Duggar, posted a video mocking me and making fun of me. Then I posted the countless tweets that Katie Joy posted that was lying on me. Then I posted the interaction that me and Katie Joy had, the original interaction. I also posted the countless other people who have claimed Katie Joy has tried to hack them or has hacked them. I posted my accounts have been hacked, and Katie Joy was the only person publicly saying all these things about me, publicly defaming.
Again. What did Wildflower say to warrant an entire video where you stack your problems directly onto her back? Never mind.
And what I seen and things that Backwoods Barbie would say, there was some things I agreed with, but then other things, it was just, like I said, it's like saying someone is doing this to you, like a specific person is doing this to you. I don't know. I feel like that's very touchy because unless there's legitimate proof of that specific person, it's kind of hard to call that out because it is a serious claim. If it isn't true, then that could be considered defamation on that person. So it's just things like that you got to be careful about. And I was just kind of quiet on the situation. But she has been vocal about all these things she's been going through on her channel and has been doing it for a while. She's been recording all of this. She has been screenshotting all of these crazy messages. Some of them are over the top. It's not criticism at all. It's not even just hate, but things like, I know she had opened up about her friend and losing her friend when she was younger, and people weaponized that against her in a very traumatizing way. Let me say that. Her friend was killed, trigger warning, and very horrifically. And that caused Backwoods Barbie a lot of trauma because this was her best friend. It was very sudden. There's a lot of things. Again, like I said, she speaks about these things on her channel. And there were people sending her messages saying things like, well, you should feel ashamed. You should feel guilty that it wasn't you. Just crazy, extreme things like that I don't think is okay in the slightest. And I know it's the internet, and people can just say whatever they want, but that is a lot.
So I was like, I looked at the comments. Some random channel was saying, yeah, I don't like her because she snapped on me in the comments. I said, well, you probably call me stupid, so I'm going to respond. Then I said, look, I'm going to stop reading the comments. After I heard the whole narrative, I clicked off the video. It made me shake. Now, look, if you have PTSD or any mental illness, you know about this.
Madam, I shall stop you right there. Your mental health is not her problem, savvy? My God, woman, while I am quite gutted to know you have suffered a loss, many of us have endured great traumas in our lives. And many of us manage to conduct ourselves on this platform without packing our life's troubles down the involuntary throat of our own subscribers. Many think it. I shall be the one to say it. You are quite charismatic, entertaining, even quite funny. Yet, you are a fucking dramatic child anytime your viewers give you even an ounce of critical remark. Now, absolutely no person should attack your child or your experience and the loss of your mate. But, you my darling are fair game. We all are. And, as I've said many times, We cannot expect those we turn into content to meet or exceed our own limits and moral standards. Perhaps creators do not jump to your defense because you make it bloody impossible. Do you really think any of us want to waste our time supporting or giving you advice, only for you to accuse us all of somehow harming you? Fuck that. Absolutely not. Stop it.